up? Welcome in, everybody. This is your host with the most, representing the AFC Eastie Boys, Cat in the Hat, and we got your fantasy tune-up weekly. Of course, our other glorious host, Waffles, will be joining us shortly. But until then, got a couple announcements. Of course, as always, we got the DCC rolling. Don't forget, you can find that QR code. You can go hit that QR code, make a donation. You can also find the link on our page to make a donation. Go help out the cancer research. We running a mile for every $500 raised. Got a goal of 2,500. We trying to hit it. We trying to hit it. And don't forget, Charlie's Choice Collectibles. He said he's got 2 more weeks. He extended it 1 more week just for you guys. So 2 more weeks. You can head over Charlie's Choice Collectibles. Get yourself something nice. Get your friends something nice. And get the wife something nice for on the low low. You make him an offer, he accepts it, sends it out the next day. And then it's
immediately.
Then it's on your doorstep. Oh, welcome in. There he is. By the way, speaking of the Waffles, he's
Yeah,
here
speaking of
with us.
waffles, I'm popping in to say hi.
What's up? What's up, my friend? How was your day today?
Oh my gosh, it was a hectic day.
Dealing with a sick household and then sickos at the bar.
Yeah, it was felt like a full moon tonight, I'll tell you what.
Anyways, so we got an exciting week of football coming up. Got some players out, some players on the rise, some players that you need to probably be benching. Jamar Chase, particularly. I mean, they went and picked up Joe Flacco, um, which is definitely an upgrade from Jake Browning. But behind that offensive line, Joe Flacco's a much older dude, so I don't see that going very well if he gets hit 2 or 3 times. So I don't know. I'm still on the train to trade Jamar Chase while you have the value and try and get somebody else. Like if you can trade Jamar Chase for Jonathan Taylor, jump on that.
I agree, get him gone while you got the opportunity.
I would even say sweeten the deal and dump off like some lower end running back that you might have to sweeten the deal for him just to land that. But I don't think anybody would come off of Jonathan Taylor. But and
They'd have to be crazy.
trades are hard to make in fantasy leagues. People don't want to trade them. Cough, 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 or they don't even want to check their
Wink, wink,
trades.
nudge, nudge. I know what you're saying. I looked at that trade too, by the way, and I'm not gonna say it's a bad trade because it's not. It's a good trade. You get a little something, I get a little something back. But I feel like I'm giving you pieces to your puzzle that you need, and I'm getting pieces I don't necessarily need. It's just more people that are going to sit on my bench.
Oh yeah, who did I even offer you? Daniel Jones and AJ Brown.
Yeah, Daniel Jones and AJ Brown. AJ Brown's going to sit on the bench no matter what.
Speaking of AJ Brown,
Speaking of AJ Brown,
all right, so let me pull up his next couple games. To be honest with you, let's go ahead and pull that up.
they got the Giants, I believe, on Thursday night.
Yeah, they have the Giants coming up. I told you guys to bench him last week. Hopefully, you guys listened. He put up 9 points. This week, though, I do suggest playing AJ Brown. The Giants is a wonderful matchup. Saquon Barkley is going to be nursing a knee injury, so he's probably going to have limited reps this week. He's still going to get his touchdown. He's still probably going to get you a good 15 points, but don't expect him to put up a 20 plus point game this week. Just because they don't need to utilize him that much. Like, this is a week where they can definitely use the passing game. So if you got AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, or Devontae Smith, definitely plug those guys in there. Because it's going to be they're going to allow Saquon Barkley to get some rest. He's still going to get some use, but it's going to be limited so that he's not overworked in a game that they don't need him to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely think that the Giants defense is better off against the run than they are against the pass as is, and most of the league knows that. So they're going to utilize that as well, and it's going to be an air attack from Philly.
All right, so we look at the next couple, like the rest of the schedule for AJ Brown here, and like we're gonna like go over his value. So after the Giants, he's gonna have Minnesota. That's a iffy one. I probably like still going based on the trend that I'm seeing so far, because like so far I'm seeing a trend where it's two bad games and a good game, two bad games, and if he does good against the Giants this week, it'd be a good game. But then after that, it's the Giants again, and that'll be at home. So expecting a good game, and then a bye week, and then playing Green Bay. So that might be a small game. Detroit might be a small game, but Dallas would be a big game. Chicago's iffy because it could go either way there. Chargers, Raiders, Washington. I mean, he still has potential for like 8 more big games, but he still has potential for like 6 or 7 low scoring games too. So just keep an eye on the matchups and keep an eye on your fantasy tune-up weekly because we'll let you know when to start and sit him for sure, for sure. Um, Tua Tagovailoa is questionable for this week with a hip thumb injury. I will speak more on that as we when I go through my week 6. When I go through my week 6 picks, I'll speak on that for sure. So go ahead and if you are a Tua Tagovailoa starter, which some of you are out there, I mean, because he puts up stats. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not pretty play. Like he does put up numbers. Last week he put up 20 plus.
Yeah, but you got to be brave to start Tua with all the options available. Like,
Yeah, unless you
it's a
don't have.
ballsy move.
Yeah, it is a ballsy move. And that's also why somebody in our league is 1-4 right now. That laugh is funny. But it might not be a bad move to go ahead and just stash Zach Wilson in the case that Tua doesn't start. Because if Zach Wilson goes out there with the fact that Tyreek Hill's gone, he actually could put up a decent stat line and give you a good production. Because he's going to be working with second stringers that he's used to working with, anyways.
Agreed. If you're talking Dolphins, the only two players worth having on your team as starters right now, what I would say would be Achan or Waddle.
For sure. And maybe Waller. You can throw Waller
Yeah,
in
and maybe
there.
Darren Waller. Yes,
You could
absolutely.
definitely throw Darren Waller in there, and he will be a good tight end for you until
I mean, he's
proven
gotten what, 2 touchdowns
three.
per game since
No,
he debuted?
3 touchdowns total. 2 the first
Okay,
one
so
last
2 the
week.
first game and 1 the second.
Yeah, we stopped utilizing him, so he would have gotten 2 though. But
Mistakes were made.
mistakes were made. But a couple other tight ends you can also look on your waiver wires and probably snag. I went and snagged me one, AJ Barner. He has been getting an uptick in utilization over there in Seattle. He like Sam Darnold has found him to be quite useful. As you can see, his trend. He's a rookie over there, so obviously in the beginning it's going to be a slow start, but you can see that he has slowly upticked in utilization and production with his receptions and targets. Um,
Yeah, I believe he got 4 in the last game.
yeah, he got 7 targets. He got 7 of 7. Like he had 7 targets, he caught all 7 of them. He also got 2 touchdowns on 53 yards. So he's putting up fairly good production over there. Another one would be Mason Taylor
From the New York Jets.
from the New
He's
York.
definitely got a nice chemistry building with Justin Fields.
I'm looking for him right now so I can pull up his stats.
His stat line.
His stat line, because I looked at it earlier. I actually have a video already out on it because I don't know. Those of you may not know
I did see that video earlier
Mason Taylor is actually the son of the great
of
Jason
Jason
Taylor,
Taylor.
who actually
Hey.
who actually did play for the New York Jets for a short period of time before returning to the Dolphins to retire. Um, but it is his son. He's not playing defense. He's not a defensive end. He's not a all-pro Hall of Fame defensive end, but he will be an all-pro Hall of Fame tight end. And based on his production so far, I'm looking for it. I'm figuring out how to get there. Because I know somebody picked him up this week. Because I was going to pick him up, and then somebody else picked him up. So I had to pick up somebody else. I don't know how to find the other player.
Yeah, somebody else already scooped him up.
Snap Less Traffic did, because he was hurting, bro. His team was so hurting. He had like empty spots and like injured players and people on bye. I sent him a trade for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I was gonna send him 2 players for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think it was Nick Chubb and was it Nick Chubb and Keenan Allen? I think it was Nick Chubb and Keenan Allen. I was sending him for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he turned it down.
He shut it down. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna keep my Brown."
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I'm not doing too great, but I like Amon-Ra St. Brown as a player, so I'm just gonna keep him. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you.
I can understand that. I, unfortunately for you, have rostered Matt Stafford for this upcoming week and will be declining your trade as well.
Yeah, it happens. All right, so here we go.
And it's sad too because I do want to make a trade with someone this season. Like we've never made trades.
Yeah, they're very rare. They're very rare for sure. Because it's usually like one-sided, to be honest, in favor of the person making the trade.
Yeah, because they're at the point of desperation.
Correct. And it's like you need a big name player in order to actually for your trade to make a difference. All right, so here we go with Mason Taylor. You can see obviously same thing, rookie situation. First couple games, it's kind of just gonna be like I'll throw to you here and there until like we get our chemistry built up. You can see the first 2 weeks it was 1 target, then 2 targets, and then jumped up to 6 targets. Caught 4 of those 6 targets, 18 yards. So not big production with what he got, but like he was getting the share. And then week 4 against Miami, he got 7 targets. It was a good game for him because Miami is definitely weak, has a weakness against tight ends. I was hoping that he would get a touchdown in that game just because it's on Miami soil, Jason Taylor, yada yada, that whole situation. It didn't happen, but he got 65 yards on 5 receptions. And then last week against Dallas, 9 receptions on 12 targets, 67 yards. Still didn't find the end zone, but I believe this week in Denver he will find the end zone, and that target share, those targets that he's getting, that's gonna stay consistent.
They're actually playing in London.
He is picked up in our league. Because we do have a league of people that have been playing fantasy football mostly for quite a while. So these aren't a bunch of beginners. But as you can see here, he's still rostered. He's still rostered in only 25%, which means that he's out there in 75% of leagues across ESPN. So he's probably on your waiver wire. This morning, that number, well, actually, it was last night, that number was 12% rostered. See, you can see it right here. Overnight, it went up 17.2% from last night to today. So better act fast if you want a good tight end, if you're in need of a tight end. Mason Taylor giving a shout out to the Jets. Even though he's on a bad team, he's producing some good numbers. For sure. Carson Wentz is questionable, but they're on a bye, so that don't matter anyways. Alright, so let's go look through. Matthew Stafford playing. I don't like how this one doesn't give me who they're playing this week. The Rams are playing Baltimore. That is a very prime matchup for Matthew Stafford. We already know the Ravens secondary is very suspect and injured right now. So Puka Nakua gonna have another big game. Devontae Adams is gonna have a big game. Kyron Williams probably not so much rushing, more so receiving. No. Do you have any favorites that you're looking towards this week, Waffles?
Ugh. I don't know. Let me look at the lineup for this week. That's how slacking I am.
Let's see, who's Tampa Bay playing? The
All right.
49ers.
Week 5, 6.
Seattle is playing the Jaguars. Kansas City's playing Detroit. Mac Jones is a good one this week because they're playing New Orleans. They're playing the Saints. So I expect them to be able to consistently score.
You mean Drake May?
Is that? Oh yeah, I said Mac Jones from San Francisco.
Mac Jones is playing the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I meant Drake May. You're right. Yeah, the Buccaneers playing San Francisco. I'm not real high on this one for Baker Mayfield or Mac Jones or Brock Purdy, whichever one rolls out there. We don't know which one's gonna roll out there yet. My guess is it'll be Mac Jones one more week, just to give Brock Purdy that extra time to get fully healed. And then depending on how it goes, like we might not see Brock Purdy again.
Yeah, it could be a situation where Mac Jones now has the starting job and Brock Purdy's got to work his way back in.
Yeah, wait for Mac Jones to get injured and try and take advantage of it. How do you feel about Chase Brown, Cincinnati Bengals?
I'm actually not big on Chase Brown. He's got a lot of problems like the Jets have with ball security. He's fumbled, I believe, twice this season already. And I had him in our other non-money league, and I dropped him because they just weren't. He just wasn't producing over there in Cincinnati, even with Joe Burrow out.
Yeah, and you would think with Joe Burrow being out, he would produce a lot
It would
more.
increase his value.
But I mean, the same thing happened over there that happens with the Dolphins. I mean, look at the Dolphins last year and the year before when Tua went out. It seemed like the whole team around it just like couldn't.
Fell apart.
Yeah, it wasn't the same without the quarterback on the field.
And that's true to the fact that like the chemistry is not the same and the timing's not the same.
Bro, I hate looking at ESPN on the computer because I'm so used to doing it on my phone. Like, I don't know how to like switch through teams here. I'm trying to find Chase Brown. Here we go. Yeah, so I mean, like he put up 10 points and 11 points so far in the two games that Joe Burrow's been out. 10 carries and 8 carries. Although he did get
Like,
7.
don't get me wrong, he's getting usage, but it's just not been spectacular usage.
Yeah, he's not making anything out of it. And I don't expect that to change. They're playing Green Bay this week.
Yeah, and that's a tough defense.
I don't expect that to change. If you have Chase Brown, like, and most people still are sitting with Chase Brown as their number one running back. Like, our matchup of the week this week right now is what I'm looking at, and has Chase Brown as their number one running back. I think they need to switch that out. But I don't think they have. Oh yeah,
Anything better?
they have Ramondre Stevenson. I don't know if you're looking at the stream or not. You could see it. They have Ramondre Stevenson basically that they could trade that out with. Oh, and then Jaden Blue from Carolina or from Dallas, but he's not going to get much looks.
Yeah, he's not going to get much action at all.
But they also have Jordan Mason on bye this week, so they kind of have no choice. They're going to have to use Chase Brown and Ramondre
Yeah, at that point,
Stevenson.
it's using what you have without getting rid of anything that's on your team that you want to keep for later.
Let's look. Let's look to see what running backs are
Because
available.
if she drops Jordan Mason to pick something else up for this week, somebody else is going to scoop him up.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily need to drop Jordan Mason per se. There's somebody else that you could
Well,
probably
depending
drop.
on your bench.
I'm trying to look at our free agency right now, see what might be available. There's nothing that
Yeah,
looks
there's
good.
really not
There's
much.
nothing that looks good.
Nothing over 7 points.
Maybe Xavier. Oh no, he's on bye week too. He's Minnesota. Maybe Raheem Mostert playing Tennessee, or Emmanuel Wilson playing in Cincinnati. These two could be flexes options if you're really hurting. This is the rookie running back coming in Green Bay right now, Emmanuel Wilson. You can see that his usage is going up. Um, but again, he's splitting that backfield with Josh Jacobs. But it is a prime matchup, so this is why I'm saying it's they're playing the Bengals this week, so it's a prime matchup for them this week. But I don't know about like coming weeks. And Raheem Mostert also playing behind Ashton Genty, who's been sporadic at best. Has started to get some utilization. Is it going to be great? So far, it doesn't look good. Playing against Chicago, he had 4 carries, but he got 62 yards. He had a reception with 11 yards. And then playing against Indy, he got 7 carries, but was only able to get 22 yards on that. So
Take that with a grain of salt.
it's taking a gamble, but I think it's a good gamble considering it is Tennessee. So, you know, I would I would play Raheem Mostert over Chase Brown this week, taking a gamble, but I think it would be a better payoff just based on the situation going on with the Bengals and the fact that they're playing the Packers. Like, the Packers are a tough defense. Like, Joe Flacco's gonna get worked back there. Like, Micah Parsons is gonna come in and he's gonna feel bad by like the third sack. He's gonna feel bad for that guy. He's like my dad. It's like tackling my dad back there.
But
That is like tackling my dad. I don't think anybody.
yeah, tackle a 40-year-old man.
So she also had T.J. Hawkinson as her tight end on bye, and I don't think she had anybody else for tight end on her bench. She does not. So as it currently stands, she does not. She has to drop somebody anyways because she's got James Conner on
Yeah, she's
IR.
got to pick up a tight end.
She has to pick up a tight end, so she probably drops Jaden Blue or Xavier Legette or Josh Downs.
So it sounds to me like now would be a good time to try to send her a trade for a tight end.
Yeah, but who does she have? She doesn't have anybody I would want. That's the thing. But she's got somebody you want. Got Garrett Wilson
Mr.
over there.
Wilson.
She got Garrett Wilson over there. That'd be a good little 1-2 punch for your
He does
Justin
have Mr.
Fields there.
Wilson.
So
Maybe I'll have to give Karen a shout and send her a trade offer
sounds like you
for
have to send her a trade
Kyle
offer.
Pitts.
Let's see.
Because I picked him up off the waiver wire because somebody dropped him because he was on bye
Yeah,
after
that
the
was
most
I saw that.
spectacular game he's had.
I saw that. That was a dumb move. I don't remember who did it, but same thing with Mark Andrews, bro. Like I saw somebody dropped Mark Andrews. I'm like, what? I'll pick him up. Gave me 27
Just
points.
because Lamar's out doesn't mean Andrews is out.
Well, no, this was before Lamar went out. This was because like it was after like the first couple games because he didn't get used, and then like
Got
it
you.
was going into the Detroit game, and I picked him up and he put up 27 points.
Sly.
Sly. I'm gonna look at your team right now and see what you
That
got.
was like me fumbling up and picking up Rico Dottle and leaving him on the bench.
Oh, but you didn't need it. But it would have been nice adding that extra 20 points onto your score.
Yeah, it would have made that 145, 165. But it's all good. I still
Oh,
ended up winning mine.
so
So
yeah, you have two good ones too, because you got Zach Ertz and you got Kyle Pitts Sr. If I were you,
exactly.
I would go ahead and send her Zach
Send her
Ertz,
a little trade offer.
And Michael Carter for Garrett Wilson.
I don't have Michael Carter. I have Michael Harrison.
No, you have Michael Carter. I'm looking at your team right now. He's on your bench. He's the Arizona running back.
Oh, that's right. I picked him up because James Conner got injured.
I mean, you could. Like Rico Dowdle after the performance he put up. You could probably get her to bite on that, just alone. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if I'd want to give up Rico. I might actually slide him into my
Flex
lineup still.
into your flex, or are you gonna sit Saquon Barkley this week?
I was thinking
He
about
doesn't have the question mark anymore. I mean,
I was thinking about sitting Barkley. Yeah,
Saquon Barkley.
crazy coaching decision.
No, I mean sometimes it's sometimes smart move. Winners make smart moves. Saquon Barkley popped up on the injury report for the Eagles with a knee ailment, though there is little doubt he will suit up in Week 6,
For Thursday's game.
meaning he's gonna suit up. Right. This is also a short week, ladies and gentlemen. Versus his old squad, Barkley has scored in 4 of 5 games this season, though has yet to rush for over 100 yards in any contest in 2025. A date with the Giants could be just what the doctor ordered. New York has been abysmal defending the run in 2025, allowing 140 rushing yards per tilt, which is 26th in the league. Barkley rushed for 126 yards and a touchdown in his one matchup with the Giants last year.
Okay, so after hearing that, I may have to reconsider my
Benching him.
previous decision.
Kyron Williams is coming off of a big performance versus San Francisco.
Oh yeah,
Which
he's
is
also had a big game.
Which is nice because San Francisco has a pretty good defense. Even though
And it did include a fumble as well, and he still put up 31 points.
Although you don't want to encourage that, but yes, you're right. And and we'll look for another in the Rams Week 6 clash against Baltimore against 49ers last Thursday. Williams racked up 131 total yards and 2 touchdowns in overtime loss. He outcarried backup Blake Corum by 13 totes, suggesting that Williams isn't losing any grounds as number 1 RB. The Ravens make for a promising matchup as they've given up the 7th most yards per carry to running backs and 8th most total receiving yards to the position.
So thus my running back conundrum.
Yeah, so you're not benching either one of those players.
And then my flex sits Debo Samuel,
Because
the number one target for the Commanders.
yeah, but that's playing a Chicago team, and this is a divisional game, I believe, Chicago and Washington. So this could be a low-scoring game Monday night, though. So it's hard to say, but
Either way, I'm taking a chance.
either way, you're taking a chance.
I'm either waiting till Monday night to find out if I'm going to outscore my opponent and giving myself a heart attack, or I'm putting in Rico and possibly regretting my decision by late Sunday night.
Let's find Chuba Hubbard. Where's Chuba Hubbard at? Because he might be
Oh, he's out. He's injured. He's set to sit the next game or two, I think.
okay. Because that would
You can go ahead and
definitely.
read it though.
Because that would definitely. No, I'm trying to look at the upcoming games for these running backs you have to try and figure out who you should be like trying to send
Yeah.
for a trade for. So it's like Rico Dowdle. You got Dallas, Jets, Buffalo, Green Bay. Um, 2 of 4 games, and plus, bro, I'm saying like,
Enrico Dottle is also going on a revenge game against his old team, the Dallas Cowboys. So that adds another little spicy tidbit to his flavor for the week.
should probably sit Jalen Waddle and replace him with Debo and put Rico Dowdle in at flex.
Not a bad option, seeing as what Waddle's playing. Who you guys
Or
playing this week?
actually, Marvin Harrison Jr. probably needs to get sat, bro. Playing Indy this week.
Oh, the Colts. Yeah, again.
That's not going to look good for him, but because he hasn't had a lot of success as it is. Like, look at that Seattle game. He had 10 targets, but only hauled in 6 of them. San Francisco, six
Yeah.
targets, only hauled in 3 of them. Carolina, 5 targets, only hauled in 2 of them. But the other 2 games, he hauled like 5 targets. He hauled in 4. 6 targets. He hauled in 5.
He's been mediocre, not elite.
Yeah.
But that's why he rode my bench for most of the season.
And then you look at Debo, and he's just consistency. Fucking,
Yeah,
I
he's
hate.
consistent whether he's being handed the ball and rushing or thrown the ball and getting we're gonna call it rack.
I hate you.
Run after catch.
Throw yourself over that balcony.
I'm gonna rack it up with Debo.
I'll trade you AJ Brown for Debo right now. Straight up.
You just really want to get rid of AJ Brown. I don't blame you. Auto pick bullshit.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm so mad that
It's gonna
that
haunt
happened.
you.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
haunt
haunt
me,
you for the entirety of the season.
and I'm not gonna be able to get rid of AJ Brown either. Even if I try and sell him to Bruce, I won't be able to watch. Yeah.
Philly special. We got a nice deal for you. AJ Brown for anything you got on your bench.
um. So Indianapolis has some pretty. I mean, not Indianapolis. Atlanta has some pretty prime games for a tight end. Anyways,
Coming up.
coming up, and Washington. They got Chicago, Dallas, KC, Seattle, Detroit, and Miami bye week. Denver, Minnesota, Giants, Philly, Dallas, Philly. And Zach Ertz's production has kind of like gone down. Mainly because of the factor of McCroskey Merritt and Jeremy McNichols being pass options as well, being reliable pass options, and plus the added factor of Debo Samuel. So I think Kyle Pitts probably is a good play to stick with for the year, and you should probably offer her the Zach Ertz and the Michael Carter, see if she goes with that for Wilson. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, both of them sound like good options. It's just a matter of what I could get from her. Obviously, I'm interested in Garrett Wilson, of course, but I'm also thinking strategically because she is the reigning champion from last year.
Yeah, and
And we don't
no,
want
no, she doesn't have Wilson, does she? I thought Diggs had Wilson, or maybe it was Colt
no
McCoy.
Karen.
Karen.
Karen has Wilson.
I shouldn't be doing this. This is coercion.
Technically.
This is coercion.
Technically, it's just advice.
I'm
And
I'm
if any
I'm
of our
I'm hosting a
co
show and he's asking me questions. I'm just giving answers. I didn't know it just so happened to be our league.
but now you do. So I
Disclaimer.
understand if you have to
Disclaimer.
drop the conversation.
No, I think it's a trade that helps both sides kind of equally. So either way, that's how it is. But Finn's to win, bro. He put a team together this year. Like he landed Puka Nakua, Devon A Chain, like David Montgomery's been tearing it up. Tyler Warren, like he landed himself a team this year. He might actually win.
He definitely has.
He might actually win this year. I was saying it today. I was talking to a guy. I'm like pretty much anybody. If you drafted Puka Nakua, if you were the lucky one that got Puka Nakua in round one, then you're probably winning your league right now. You're probably the favorite to win. And I'm looking at his points. Let's look at how much he's scored through it so far. That's not what I wanted to look at. I hate this freaking looking at it on the computer.
Looking at my competition this weekend, I don't know, man.
My matchup this week ain't hard. Finns to win, 613 points forced. He's not the most, though. We got Team Beast Mode and Snap Watch Traffic in the lead with 633 each. But Beast Mode has him by point 0.8. I'm in dead last.
Oof.
Oof. I've been having bad weeks. AJ Brown killed me, bro. That AJ Brown pick killed me. Philly special. See, he doesn't really have anybody I want either. That he would, I know that he would trade for um, AJ Brown. He's got Hurts, Taylor. I would take Taylor, but I know he's not going to do that trade the way that Taylor's been performing.
Bubba Hubbard did not practice Wednesday.
CeeDee Lamb is still questionable. Let's check this out. CeeDee Lamb's status for Week 6 versus Carolina remains up in the air. Lamb has missed the last 2 games for the Cowboys due to an ankle, but will look to at least return to the practice field this week, still with a few more difficult opponents on the schedule following this game. Dallas is more likely to rest Lamb for this contest and have him risk further injury or aggravation. If Lamb does suit up, he will face a Panthers pass defense that has been fairly stingy in 2025, allowing only 200 passing yards per game, which is 10th in the NFL. So, with that being said, of course, George Pickens and Jake Ferguson again for the win this week on the Dallas Cowboys side of the ball. Zay Flowers has been remarkably consistent. He's questionable to return. Zay Flowers has been remarkably consistent, recording between 72 and 75 yards in 3 of 5 games. He even got away with a decent showing in Week 5 with Cooper Rush under center, thanks primarily to one big 56-yard catch. That type of long catch isn't the most sustainable way to produce, of course. Particularly Lamar Jackson with his hamstring remains sidelined until after the bye week for the Baltimore Ravens. So, Baltimore playing, who are they playing this week? They're playing Rams this week. I don't like Zay Flowers in this contest, especially with Cooper Rush. If you have Zay Flowers as your starter, I would suggest finding someone else, like this guy here who's sitting 4-1, has him sitting on his bench. Do it like the pros do, ladies and gentlemen. Do it like the pros do.
Who's that? 4-1. Who's sitting on whose bench?
Philly special. Zay Flowers and CeeDee Lamb sitting on the bench. This guy has a team too, man. Xavier Worthy, Roma Doomsday, CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Jonathan Taylor.
Pacheco and Charbonnet.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of Pacheco, and he hasn't produced at all this year.
But no, he's definitely put together a nice little
team for sure.
Nice little power team.
Yeah, see, Pacheco hasn't been doing shit this year. 12 points is his biggest game against Baltimore. Getting 7 carries. Kareem Hunt's been taking most of that. I'm gonna refill my drink and then since we ain't got no questions, I'm gonna do my week 6 picks. I don't see any other positions I need to cover as far as sleepers go. Everybody's pretty much got their quarterbacks. There's no sleeper quarterbacks right now. Matthew Stafford would be the play of the week, but he's on most of everybody's. Somebody has him in your. He's not on a lot of waiver wires, unless you maybe got like an 8-man league. He might be sitting on a waiver wire. Sam Darnold's.
Well, all right, man. I'm going to let you do your thing real quick, and I'm going to sign off and eat dinner.
All right, do that, man.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Later. So, yeah, Sam Darnold's not a good play. Michael Penix against Buffalo, that's not going to be a good one. Spencer Rattler in New England, no. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't already have your quarterback set, you're probably not going to find a good one this week on the waiver wires. I mean, maybe Trevor Lawrence has a decent game in Seattle, but I'm expecting that to be a low-scoring game. Not a lot of points scored by your quarterbacks, mostly your running backs. So Trevor Etienne and Kenneth Walker getting a lot of love over there. There might be some tight end love, but Brenton Strange went down over there in Jacksonville, and he's going to be out for the next 2 weeks. So their tight end is... Who is their other tight end? Hunter Long. Hunter Long would be the next man up. He had a pretty good outing in Week 4 against San Francisco. Three receptions on 3 targets for 23 yards and a touchdown. He also snagged himself a touchdown in Week 1 against Carolina on 1 lone target. So with Brent Strange going down, he could be an option to look for. But that would be about it. I'll be right back with your Week 6 picks. What's going on with the stuff at the bottom here? Why is it doing that? It's weird. It's like double screened. It's like double screened. I don't get it. Why does it look like that? Ah, that's why. That's why. There we go. No wonder it was looking weird. Sorry if you guys were here, but you guys are right in time for our week 6 picks. Give me just a minute. I'm going to set this up to record. While you waiting for me to get ready, go ahead, smash that like and subscribe, because you are in for a ride.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Alright, what's up everybody? Cat in the Hat in the house, and we about to roll out our week 6 picks for you. We about to be a third of the way through the season. It's been fun so far. We have no undefeated teams. We have one winless team with the New York Jets. And we got a pretty good matchup, divisional matchup here in Thursday night to kick us off for week 6. We got the Eagles facing the Giants. This is going to be second time Saquon Barkley returns to face the Giants. I honestly expect this to be more of a passing game from the Eagles. Saquon Barkley is nursing a knee injury. It's a short week. I don't expect a whole lot of usage from him, but I do expect him to still put up some numbers. Easy game for the Eagles to win. Not expecting the Giants to come out here and actually put up a fight. I expect the score to be somewhere around 31, 34 to like 20 at max for the Giants. And then we head over to our second game in London. We have the Broncos visiting the New York Jets. Remember, our winless team in the New York Jets, who are going to remain winless this week. The Denver Broncos looking pretty good. Looking pretty good with Bo Nix over there. Their running game is okay. Their defense is phenomenal. You're going to have Patrick Surtain draped all over Garrett Wilson. It's not going to look good for the New York Jets. They're going to leave London 0-6. And then to start off our 1 o'clock slate, we got the Seahawks visiting the Jaguars. Jacksonville, Florida, 1 o'clock. Seattle's traveling across the United States of America to come face the Jacksonville Jaguars. In this game, kind of hard to call. Jaguars came up with a big win last week over Kansas City. Seahawks had a shootout with Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a tough loss. Seahawks are going to come out. They're going to want to win this game. The NFC is trying to make a statement, but so is the Jacksonville Jaguars this year with the fact that they went out and got Travis Hunter. And honestly, he hasn't been that big of an X factor, but I think this game is going to be the game where Travis Hunter becomes the X factor, and he's going to be the reason that the Jaguars come away with a home win against the Seattle Seahawks. And then we have another game at home in Florida, in South Florida, Miami. The Chargers coming down to Miami. Now, this game, of course, I'm a Dolphin fan. Unfortunately, right now, I'm a Dolphin fan. Nah, I'm just kidding. Fins up for life, baby. Win or lose. We don't look good, but we're playing a Chargers team that started off the season hot, but not looking so great right now. They're dealing with some injuries. They just lost their running back, but the Dolphins just watched a backup running back go for over 200 yards last week. That's right. Over 200 yards to a backup running back. They exploited the heck out of that defensive line. But things aren't pretty in Miami right now. Things are not pretty in Miami right now. Fans are hollering for change. Ross doesn't want to see empty seats. And as it stands right now, Tua Tagovailoa going out there under center, you're probably going to have a lot of empty seats on Sunday. But Tua Tagovailoa went into camp with a hip thumb injury, was limited at practice, has question marks around him starting. I have a theory going that maybe they roll Zach Wilson out there this week to play the Chargers. Not because they're benching Tua. No, it's injury designation. Tua's going to be sidelined this week because he's dealing with a hip injury. So we're going to roll Zach Wilson out there. Now people are going to show up. This is a test. This is like a test without hurting the ego of their starting quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Will Zach Wilson fill the seats? If Zach Wilson goes out there and gets the start with a Tyreek Hill-less Miami Dolphin team, I think he actually has a chance of winning this game. He's a little bit more durable. He has chemistry. He'll be using second strings at this point. I mean, Jalen Waddle, Malik Washington, they're not second strings, but he has familiarity with them. Now, the question is going to be, can we stop the pass? Our defense has been non-existent in the passing game for sure. And last week in the running game, it was abysmal. I'm still going to have to go with the Chargers on this, even if Zach Wilson goes out there. I'm sorry. Fins fans, I wanna say that we win this game. I really do. But if we can't stop the pass and they don't really have run options, I don't see us getting to the quarterback and getting the job done. Chargers leave Miami with a W. Shame. And then we have the Rams visiting the Ravens. This is going to be another Cooper Rush-led game. The Rams are going to come in here, and Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua are going to have a field day with their secondary. Matthew Stafford's going to be the number one quarterback this week. It's going to be nasty. Rams are going to win that one. Ravens are going to look better than they did last week against the Houston Texans. But it's still going to be a loss. They're still going to have to add another loss to that column. And they're going to be 1-5 as they head into week 7. Scratch that. Ignore that. 2-6. 2-5 as they head into week 7. Cardinals and Colts. The way the Colts been playing, I don't see the Arizona Cardinals being able to win this game. They're down their star running back. Their backup running backs are not efficient. They're not getting the job done. Kyler Murray's having to run for his life. Marvin Harrison Jr. can't catch the ball to save his life. Danny Dimes over there in Indianapolis is orchestrating a picture-perfect offense right now. Defense is firing on all cylinders. They have their owner on the sidelines listening in on all the conversations to make sure everybody's focused on football, and they're on fire right now. They're the dark horse team of the AFC for sure, and they're going to come away with another victory over Arizona at home. Yeah. And then we're going to have the Cowboys playing the Panthers, and surprisingly the Cowboys schedule allows them to look a lot better than they actually are, because they're going to come away with this one with a win. George Pickens going to get 2 touchdowns. Javonte Williams going to get himself a touchdown. Cowboys aren't going to let Rico Dowdle break 200 yards. And the Cowboys just win it. Patriots and Saints. 1 o'clock in New Orleans in a dome. Drake May's been on fire. Spencer Rattler's been on fire. Spencer Rattler's fighting for his job. They just got a win last week. They almost got a win the week before against a tough Buffalo team. But the Patriots come away with a win. Gonna make them 4-2. They're gonna be tied with the Buffalo Bills before the Buffalo Bills get to start their next game. Because the next 1 o'clock game is the Browns and the Steelers. Second start for Dylan Gabriel. Going against a tough Pittsburgh Steelers defense. It's going to be muddy. It's going to be a ground and pound type of game. Both these teams like playing good defense. But Aaron Rodgers knows how to air that ball out. He's going to have enough time. He's going to hit DK Metcalf for a touchdown. You're going to get your Geno Smith touchdown as well. Steelers are going to go on to win this game 21-14. And then we're going to start our 4 o'clock slate with the Titans and the Raiders. A tale of 2 shitty teams. Which one comes out to be less shitty? I'm going to have to go with the Raiders on this one. Cam Ward has not shown me enough to justify them winning. Their defense is not good enough to cause Geno Smith, although Geno Smith loves throwing to the other team. I don't see the Titans being able to capitalize and take advantage of it. I do see the Raiders being able to walk away with this one and looking like they're dominating, but we know that it's just 2 bad teams playing each other. 49ers and Bucks, 425. 49ers and Bucks, 425. So this one here is a game. This is a game that matters. Both these teams are 4-1. Both these teams are leading their respective division. This is a game here. As the way it's looking, the way it's turning out, this is a game that could have number 1 seed playoff implications tied to it. Who's going to come away with the win? Is it going to be the Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers? Or is Baker Mayfield going to lead his team to another 4th quarter victory and win it with a touchdown to Emeka Egbuka to seal the deal with 24 seconds left on the clock as they go up 31-27 over the 49ers with no timeouts left. Buccaneers win, going to 5-1. 49ers fall to 4-2. Bengals Packers. Joe Flacco's coming out. They just went and got Joe Flacco. So all your fantasy owners, you think you got saved by getting Joe Flacco. Yes, he's better than Jake Browning, but the offensive line is still the same. That offensive line is still so suspect. And this Green Bay Packers team is going to come in there. Actually, they're at home, so you're going to come in there. And this Micah Parsons is going to feel bad by halftime. He's going to be sitting in the locker room at halftime just thinking about the 2 sacks that he's already got on Joe Flacco. And he's going to be like, man, that's like my dad out there. I feel bad for this guy. But he's still going to get another one. And that's going to put Joe Flacco out. And there ain't going to be no garbage time touchdowns for Jamar Chase this week. Nope. Packers come away with a win there. Bengals lose another one. Woo! And then we got the game of the week. The game of the week. The Lions and the Chiefs. The Chiefs. Not looking so dominant, right? Just lost to the Jags last week. Lost a couple games that they probably should have won. Not looking good. Detroit Lions, on the other hand, looking like the most dominant team in the NFL. This is a Sunday night game. I wish I was going to be home to stream this game, but I'm probably not going to be streaming this game because I'll be coming back from the Chargers game. It's 8:20 kickoff, Sunday night. Lions Chiefs. Detroit comes away with a win here, just because they've been more dominant. Not only have they been dominant, but they're creative. They're like having fun with it. They're just on all phases of the ball. They have been perfect. And this is what they should have looked like last year. But remember, their defense was decimated last year. They were down 13 players on defense. It was just bad. They had like backups on backups on backups coming out there for their defense. The Kansas City Chiefs are struggling to get it together. But here's how they win. Here's how they win. The only way the Chiefs win this game. Now I want somebody out there in the world to clip this. The only way the Chiefs win this game is if they go into halftime with a 21-point deficit. Meaning they're down 21 points. No matter what that looks like, they're down 21 points. Whether they're down 21-0, 24-3, 27-6, 30-9, they need to be down 21 points. If they're down 21 points going into halftime, they come back, they win this game. And that's how Sunday night ends. If not, going into halftime with any other score on the board, Detroit Lions come away with a win here. And then we got another doubleheader on Monday night. Another doubleheader on Monday night with the Bills visiting the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Bills just got their first loss against the New England Patriots. You're welcome. I called that. So if you were listening, you're welcome. I helped you survive your survivor pool. I've been paying attention. I've been watching how that they've been playing. They haven't been great. They have not been great. The Atlanta Falcons are actually coming off of a bye week. Coming to play the Bills on a Monday night in Atlanta. Bijan Robinson is going to Rico Dowdle the Buffalo Bills. And no, this isn't a pick because I don't like the Buffalo Bills. This is a pick because I'm following trend, and I don't think the Bills are going to be able, their defense is going to be able to keep up with Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts and Drake London. I do think Michael Penix Jr. is going to have a decent game against them. The question is the defense going to be able to stop Josh Allen and the ability for him to spread the ball out? I think so. I think the Falcons come away with a win on Monday night over the Bills. And then we finish off Week 6, Monday Night Football, with the Bears visiting the Commanders. This game here is going to go one of two ways. It's going to be a very boring, low-scoring game. Or it could be a bunch of pointless scoring on both sides of the ball. But either way, Washington Commanders come away with a win here. Deebo Samuel gets himself another touchdown, has himself another fantastic game. Jaden Daniels going to get himself a rushing touchdown, so go ahead and hit that parlay now. And the Bears are going to look good doing it. Caleb Williams is going to do his thing. He's going to connect with Rome Odunze and DJ Moore, both for a touchdown. You might even get lucky and DeAndre Swift, gets over 100 yards on the ground. But that's about as far as that's going to go. The Commanders are still going to come away with a win. You might see Zach Ertz get some more attention this week than he has been getting. So look to plug him in as well, playing against Chicago this week. And ladies and gentlemen, that was your Week 6 picks brought to you by the AFCEASTIEBOYS. And I'm Cat in the Hat. Make sure you tune in every week for End Zone to End Zone every Monday morning. Plus, every Tuesday night for your Fantasy Tune-Up Weekly, where we get you ready for your fantasy week. Peace out. That wasn't bad. 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Why is it still recording? I said stop recording. Stop recording! I don't know where this is going to go. But it's still recording for some reason. Alright, now it's done recording. Y'all have any objections to my picks? What do you guys think? Trying to think if any of them could go the other way. I really don't think so, man. The only one that possibly could go the other way would be the 49ers Buccaneers game. Like, I could definitely see 49ers coming away with that win. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling Buccaneers. I'm strong on Detroit over Chiefs unless what I said happens. Like I said, if Kansas City goes into the locker room at halftime down 21 or more points, I can definitely see them rallying a win at home on a Sunday night. But if it's any other type of score going into halftime, I'm sorry, bro. I think Chiefs suffer another loss. And conversations Monday morning are going to be, because you're going to have the Ravens losing too. Conversations Monday morning are going to be crazy. Crazy.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Do we have any last
Like and
minutes?
subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Team they want to ask real quick. Before we hop off here, and I gotta figure out where to find that video at. Boom, 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 boom. Starts, sits, trades, waiver wires. I listed off quite a few tight ends tonight that you guys can go pick up and get. They're good starting tight ends. Alright, well, while we see if any other last questions come in, don't forget, DCC, we're running in the DCC. If you can, go hit that link, scan that QR code, head over to our page, hit that link, make a donation. We're trying to raise $2,500 for cancer research. For every $500 that we raise, I will be running a mile. For every 500 per day up until the day of the 5K, and then I will run around that thing 3 times if we raise the $2,500. Charlie's Choice Collectibles, of course, has got a deal going on. You can also find that link in our posts. Just scroll down, look through our posts. You will find the link for the Macari. Head over, check his shop out, make him an offer on anything he's got in the shop. He's accepting all offers for another 2 weeks, so don't miss out on that. He's got everything for the football fan and the non-football fan. You can get yourself a nice little set of flags. They're only $15. You get a penalty flag, you get a challenge flag. If you want a custom AFC Eastie Boys jersey, just message him in the chat. Let them know you want a custom AFC Eastie Boys jersey, and we'll get the specs together. They're starting $35 depending on how customized you want it. Yeah. Definitely got to get one of those. You see mine says Cat in a Hat on it. You can have yours say whatever you want for whatever team you want. Put the nice little AFCEASTIEBOYS logo on there for you. You'd be rocking in style. Go to your favorite, visit your favorite NFL team stadium, rocking that jersey, boy. Everybody be asking you, woo, where you get that thing at? Got it from them AFCEASTIEBOYS. And that's another way that you could share the channel, because we still got that giveaway going on. When we hit 500 subs, get that Mike Gesicki signed 9x6 photo from his rookie year where he's hurdling over somebody, looking fresh and clean in the number 86. But he wears the number 88, Cat. Why is he wearing the number 86? Well, that's a funny story. You see, when he got drafted to the Miami Dolphins, the number 88 was taken by some scrub. So he had to wear number 86 for a year. And then when the guy left the team, he was able to get his number back. And that's why he's wearing the number 86. But it's signed, it's certified, it's real. I checked it a year ago, it was worth about $100. Could be worth more now if you don't care about the picture. You make you some money by selling it. How do you win it? Oh, I should have told you guys that, huh? Yeah. I probably should have told you how you guys win that. It's easy. Like, share, obviously be subscribed. Share the channel, man. Whenever you share us on another channel, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these social medias, make sure you tag AFCEASTIEBOYS so we know it was you. Because the person that showed us the most love to help us get to that 500 mark is who we're going to send it out to. And if you in the South Florida area, you never know. AFCEASTIEBOYS might show up at your door. That's right. That is right. But that's all we got for you today. We hit you up with your fantasy tune-up weekly. We're going to be here every week with your fantasy tune-up. Hopefully, y'all jump in, drop your questions. Trust me, we got the dirt for you. I help you build a trade if that's what you're looking for. I help you on the waiver wires. I help you win your fantasy league this year. I'm also looking for people to start helping us build some parlays live, like getting on the Discord and hopping up here so we can start building some parlays together. How does that sound? More heads we get on it, the more likely we are to build a game-changing, life-changing parlay where we all get fed. So don't be scared. Hit that Discord link. You're not in our Discord already? Well, make sure you're subscribed. Send us a message and we'll send you the link to the Discord so that you can get tuned in as well. And of course, you can always catch us during away games for Miami Dolphins and most other primetime games as well. We pick and choose the primetime games that we stream. So not every primetime game gets streamed, but we do try. The bigger the channel gets, the more we'll be able to provide you with some content. We do have some videos coming out that we are working on right now. A couple skits involving Aaron Rodgers and Pat McAfee, referees. We got all kinds of stuff for you. Make sure you go check out the channel if you haven't already. I don't have our 1 year video on here, so you don't get to watch our 1 year video. But anyways, it's been fun. We'll catch you next time.